Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna go ahead and set up May. If you guys notice, April was a hot mess. Nothing really happened. I've just been recovering from hand surgery. If you guys don't know, I had carpal tunnel done. My hand is feeling better. I can move it now. It's still painful, but we're recovering. But that had a lot of effect on how my May is gonna turn out. And basically, full disclosure, May is gonna be the month of struggle. So in April, I didn't really work a lot. And if you guys don't know, I live off of my shop income. I live off of what I make off of YouTube and affiliate links and all that stuff. And with that, you have to keep up with, your work is your paycheck. April, I couldn't work. I couldn't really do much, and I was just not up for it. So May is a struggle that I have to deal with. So that's exactly what I have to deal with today. It's literally May 1st. Literally, if you check my phone, it's May 1st. It's like about to be 11 o'clock. Hopefully I can get this video up by today. I'm like, but there are bills that need to get paid. And I just don't have that money currently. So May, I will be touching my emergency fund. And even though I don't want to and I hate the thought of it, I'm like, I have to understand that sometimes we have these measures in place for days like these, for months like these, where everything is just, it's a struggle. So May is the struggle bus for me that I have to get through. So here we go. So technically today I'm supposed to get paid out. Oops, Lord, come on. I have to get paid throughout my shop. However, since it's a Sunday, my payout won't process until Monday, which is annoying as it is, but nonetheless, we're gonna deal with it. Luckily, I think rent-wise, everyone usually has like a 4-day, 3-day buffer before you get charged interest or something like that. So that's the only thing that's mellowing me out. But if my payout doesn't hit by Monday on my bank account, we're gonna start having some problems because I have bills that are already due. So here we go. I have my May sticker layout done. So now let's put down my bills. So I got all the things that I need to get paid. So the first thing is rent. If I can find the rent one, here we go. So rent is due today, but like I said, I think there is a buffer into like how much time we have until you pay it. I usually like to pay it ahead of time, on the day of. I've never paid it afterwards, but it is an option. So I'm gonna go, let's do yellow. I like yellow. Rent is still $1,350. That has not changed. So we're gonna go ahead and lay it here on Sunday, just like that. Beautiful. On Monday, my IKEA credit card payment pulls out, and this is a minimum payment of $35. So just FYI, May, since it's already a struggle bus, everything will be like the minimum of everything. So I'm like, we're not gonna play this game, we're just gonna leave it as is. So one of the other bills I have is on the 4th, and that is for Spotify. I use Spotify a lot. This is one of the things that, like, the only subscription that is worth keeping in my opinion, and it's only $4.99. I use this like when I'm doing orders. Sorry, I don't know where the exposure went, but I was saying I do keep Spotify since this one is pretty cheap. I am a student and I use it for when I'm doing orders and everything, so that's great. I do have my medical benefits come out on the 5th. This one actually did go up. I'm pretty sure it was because of the prorate. I don't know what happens, but usually like in March or April in my job, that's when the retro pay kicks in. So I don't know if that also has to deal with like when the benefits change as well, but my benefits did kick in at a higher rate, which is what I expected from last time that I went over my budget. From last year, that I noticed that there was a switch around May of how expensive my health benefits changed. So last month it ended up being $139.18. I think it's usually $38.82. So this is what it was for April of last year. So I'm just gonna leave it there, and I'm gonna put it on the 5th because that's usually when it pulls. It's usually due on the 1st, but they always pull it on the 5th. So I don't know why, but that's always how it is. Next is my natural gas, and this one I actually don't have to pay it because we did get a California climate change credit. So currently my gas bill doesn't need anything because I have about $35 of worth of credit on there. So next I'm going to go ahead and just deal with my student loan. My student loan, I have a minimum payment of $160, and that is for Friday. So this week is really heavy on getting my bills done, and I'm like, where's my paycheck? Where is it at? I was like, but I do have my emergency fund, so it's like, okay, chill out, Erica, you got this, don't worry. I'm like, we'll be okay. So anywho, that's that. After that, the only bill that comes afterwards is my phone bill, which is due on the 13th. And this one actually hasn't changed at all. This one has stayed at $57, which makes me super happy to know that, you know, there's something in my life that does stay like consistent and normal. And one of these is my phone bill. So that's good on that part. And then of course, like usual, I do have my car insurance. I think my car insurance renews this month, and I think it renews itself on the 13th. So on the 22nd, I'm not sure if the $133.90 is still gonna apply, but I'm gonna leave it as is, and hopefully, you know, nothing changes too much, but we're gonna keep it like that. I do have my internet, and this one's usually due on the 25th, and this one is staying at $74.99. So that's not bad. This is always due on the 25th. And then the last thing that I have to look out for is my electricity bill. Now, I actually haven't gotten an electricity bill yet. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this blank, but I'm going to go ahead and just say that I'm going to owe like about $40, I would say. And I think they changed the due date to the 20th for my electricity. So this is what I need to pay for the entire month, and I only have one payday. It was supposed to be on the 1st, but I think it might hit on Monday instead. And that is when I also have to do my cash stuffings. So this is when I give myself money for the rest of the month. So that is that right there. So that is everything that this month requires of me. So not too bad, but I do have debt. I have my student loan, and I do have my IKEA card. Oh, and you guys, it's like, you know, when it rains, it pours or something, we're just having like not the best of times. Tax season hit really hard for me. I had been saving for taxes, however, I was paying quarterly. I didn't know that this is what happens when you don't really understand how the freaking IRS works or anything during taxes. But my tax accountant, he kind of like pre-measured of how much I was supposed to pay quarterly, so then at the end of the year I only had like so much to pay. Well, when I hit that goal, I was like, okay, I'm doing this. However, my shop really did expand in 2021, so that estimation was based off of a very smaller income that I had brought in. So now I have a tax bill that I have to pay out, and I'm like, ugh. So now I owe the IRS more taxes, and I'm just like, we're gonna figure that out soon. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a debt update, and I'm gonna include that tax bill on there, because I didn't even know you could owe the IRS and pay it in payments. I thought I was just gonna have to drop that out of my emergency fund, but I'm like, okay, if I can make it in a payment, I'm not gonna like gobble up my emergency fund, because I'm like, I'm already having a rough month. Anywho, enough of that. Let's actually do my monthly budget here. So do I want to do it here or here? Because I don't need all these pages anymore, since I'm going to be getting paid out one time. My monthly budget is all I need, basically, because I paid myself out one time, pay everything, and move it along. So since we're going to be dealing with my emergency fund and some of the payouts that I got, I'm trying to figure out where I can put this. So I can still do my debt update here in my weekly check-in here. So I might actually just do, let's just do my monthly budget here. Sorry, I feel like it's been a minute since I filmed, so I'm kind of like all over the place, which is fine. I feel like just a little bit out of practice, but I'm like, I've been dreading this month so bad. I was like, I haven't been on camera. If I'm not on camera, I can't really promote my shop or my stickers or anything like that. And I can't really promote it if I can't really handle the load of it. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, I knew May was going to be a struggle. I knew it going into April, dealing with April and seeing how like the sales of my shop were going. And I'm like, well, I was like, suck it up, and then we'll deal with it when the day comes. So here we are. We are in May. So let's get to it. Okay, so as you guys know, I like to put my income at the top. And currently the only income that I will be dealing with is with erikalifevlogs, everything that pertains to what I do. Look at that, I'm finally getting my writing back. It was supposed to be May 1st. We're just gonna leave that there. The expected is what all my bills consumption is gonna be, so that's gonna be left blank because I still don't know how much is it that I need. So we're just gonna leave a blank space in case some miscellaneous nonsense pops up. Just like that. So that is all for the income part. So now I want to go ahead. Do I want to do pink? Yeah, I want to do pink. I'm going to go ahead and break it down and then do my bills. So all the bills that you guys just saw that I laid down are going to go in here. And I really love how May came out. I know like here on the Erin Condren is kind of peach, but there is peach on there. But I was really digging the purple for some strange reason. I hate when this overexposes and I don't know when it happens because I'm not even looking up. But anywho, first expense, like I said, is rent. That one is for $1,350. We have my IKEA credit card, and that is a minimum of $35. Then we have, I already forgot my bills, you guys. We have Spotify. This one is for $4.99. We have my health benefits. This one is $139. What was it? 18. And then we have my student loan, and this one is for $160. Phone bill. Ooh, it kind of, now it's starting to hurt to write since, oh man, my hand is still not good. I'm like, but it's $57 for my phone bill. My electricity is still unknown, but I want to go ahead and just put $45 just in case. Just so like that's an FYI, like maybe this is how much it's going to be. And then we have my car insurance, which is still an estimate still since this month it gets renewed. And this one, I'm going to put it at $133.90. I'm not sure if it's still going to be the same. It might go up a bit. But yeah. And then my internet. And this one is for $74.99. So these are all the bills that need to get paid. So I'm just going to go ahead and close this out. Just like that. Use the Erin Condren ruler that comes with the planner. And then all we have to do is add these babies up. I need $2,000.06 to do all of that. Okay, so now that that's done, now that I know that I need about $2,000 to survive my bills for the month, I'm gonna go ahead and put down my cash envelopes, because I still need this, you know, to eat. I still need to travel. I still need to buy food, groceries, do laundry. So anywho, for this part, we're gonna put the category of food, gasoline, and then one thing that I always keep forgetting to add on here is actually food and spending money, because I find them the same thing. Some people get confused as to why I'm pulling out some of my spending from food, but I consider it like my own personal allowance. But something that I forgot, that I keep forgetting to add on here, is laundry. I'm like, every time I gotta go do laundry, I was like, why didn't I budget for this? I'm like, it's always an unbudgeted expense. How is that even possible? Well, yeah, that. So the last category as well, I'm gonna put unbudgeted. And that is going to be it for the cash envelope system. That is all I'm going to place for. This usually gets transferred into its own separate bank account. So there's like no way I can overspend. So this is like its own personal bank account where I cannot overspend. And if I do, it usually comes out from like my personal checking account, from my Chase Bank, or from like my shop or personal savings. So yeah. I know gasoline, I always have it at 100. Sometimes even that is a struggle. For laundry, I want to go ahead and do $30. Of course, I don't put anything for unbudgeted. And then for food, I think usually my entire cash envelope system is $400. So if I remove 100 and then I remove 30, about $270 will be for this category. Now, I don't need a lot of food. I'm one individual. The problem that I have in this food spending category is eating out, like drive-through stuff, like Starbucks. Starbucks is the main thing. Panera, that kind of like eats up my monies, but it's not groceries that, you know, put me off in this category. It's the drive-through scenario, you guys. So May, I have to be really careful. Okay, anywho, miscellaneous. Miscellaneous is everything. So it's stuff that I know it's gonna happen in May, but I have the option to do it or not do it. Like if I have to do like a really like, you know, zero base, tight, like, you know, live off of just what you need, the basic necessities, this would be it. This is stuff that's gonna happen, that I want to pay, that I want to do, but it might not necessarily happen. So one of them is, I have a birthday. I do have a birthday that is happening, and I think the most I want to contribute to that is $50, just because of how I am right now. And then we have booked 2 Disneyland reservations, and usually parking is $35 and then food probably $25. So about $60 would go into that. And then I know I might have like a sinking fund scenario happening, in that I have to start here. I think like my Christmas sinking fund starts, and then like my AAA membership. So I'm gonna put these on here. So I'm gonna put sinking funds, but not necessarily that I might actually do them. So I know for Christmas I'm trying to save $100, and then for AAA membership I think it's like $22. So 120. I'm gonna put 125 just for sinking funds alone. Oh, and then the one that I have been doing is Yaya's 15 dress, and that one is 110. So that's it. Being taken care of, I think if she has groomers, I'll tell her Papa to do it. If you guys don't know, he's been helping me with her, so that's been nice. So let me go ahead and fix all of this nonsense up and total this up. I think this was $400, like that. So For this category of miscellaneous, we have 50 plus 60 plus 125 plus 110. Everything here is possibilities. It might not happen, but there's a possible chance that I might want to do it. However, it might not happen. This whole section might not happen, but this definitely will. So that's it. That's all that I have for May. So now I'm going to go ahead and just close it out. Go ahead and put my budget breakdown. This is mainly savings and spending. However, if you guys see, I am not paying down anything for debt besides the minimum payments. So we're not even going to worry about that. So income. Okay, now that that's out of the way, let's start adding these numbers up. So 2006, and then we have 400 for cash envelopes, and then 345 for miscellaneous. If I add that all up together, let's do 2000 plus 400 plus 345. I need to consume about 2745.06 so I can be okay for the rest of the month. So I don't have most of it. Well, I do. I think I'm like maybe negative like $500, so that might pull out from my emergency fund, but I will update you guys on how that looks on my next video. But anywho, this is my monthly budget. This is how it's getting created. This is my glimpse out of what my month is looking like, and as the days go by, I will check these off and see where I am and where I'm like gonna have to start pulling out money from my emergency fund. So wish me luck. Send good vibes, because I will be cringing every time I use my emergency fund. I will literally cringe. However, it's not like totally horrible, because if we look at my emergency fund can get me through at least 3 months. 3 months. I had a bad sales month in April because of where I am with recovery and surgery, because you know things happen in life, and this is, you know, like why this is in place and why you need to use it. And I'm not even using the entire, you know, expected monthly nonsense. If I was, I'd be pulling out like $2,400 each month, and I could do that for 3 months easily. However, since it's only a little bit that I'm taking out, I don't feel as horrible, but just touching savings, it just feels guilty, it feels icky, and I just need to get over it. And like right here, Christmas gets put in the back burner, and then like insurance right here gets put in the back burner from time to time. So it is what it is, and this is how my month is looking at and compared to what I have available. So as you guys can see, my emergency fund covers rent, electricity, natural gas, my renter's insurance, groceries, anything you can think of. Even Bean is covered under my emergency fund. So even if I didn't have her here and she became an expense, I would be pulling it from here. So I'm happy this is in place. And all we can do is just do better for May. So I'm going to try to be more present, because my presence is what drives my personal income. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry if I'm rambling. It's been a minute since I've been on camera. But, you know, life is getting back to normal. Hopefully May is successful, and then June will be better. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in my next video. If you guys are interested in anything that I showed on here, the stickers are from my shop, erikalifevlogs. This is an Erin Condren 7x9 monthly planner. I don't know if they're on the clearance section, because the year that they have is about to end, but if you get it for 20 bucks, all you have to do is sticker up the calendars and you would be great. So it'll be a good, you know, savings if you ever want to try the Erin Condren planner. And I do have $10 off your first purchase using the Erin Condren referral link that I have down below. If you sign up for the first time, you do get that coupon in your email, but it has to be your first time using that email and your first purchase. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye, you guys.